All right. Hello, friends. Welcome to my virtual summit. I have a handful of people coming in this week to come talk to you and support you in their different ways in their specialty niches, to just kind of support you through this time. Tonight, I'm super excited to bring you, well, I guess I'm recording tonight, but it's probably going to get uploaded at a different time, is my good friend Anna Loza. She is in a mastermind with me, so I've gotten to know her in the last 4 months or so. I got to meet her in person for the first time a couple months ago. She is a feminine business coach, and she's here to kind of tell us about what she does and a way that she's going to be able to support you and kind of like help you through everybody working from home.
Yeah. So what a time to be alive right now. Thank you so much, Heather, for putting this on. This is really a testament to kind of the quick thinking and the creativity and the what is available to me mindset that is that a lot of people are coming into right now. So I really just want to like honor you for putting this together, reaching out real quick, like how can I support people? How can I support humanity? And this is really what is up right now. And in my work as a feminine business coach, I work a lot with energy and healing of the root, really, because before we implement any strategy, before we build a business, before we act on any of like the really cool, okay, how do I sell? How do I get leads? How do I build my business? What I see, especially for women, especially for sensitive, conscious, empathic women, is that the root has a lot of energy that we get to clear and attend to at the same time as we are taking action and following the steps, building a business, pivoting to even a business online, pivoting our whole business structure to online, which I know as a photographer you're doing. So like,
I am definitely in that zone of how can I make that transition, because obviously it's going to be difficult to go and do all of my photo shoots for sure.
Yeah, so I think the question is then what is easy? If something's difficult, what is easy? And you know, easier said than done. So the way that I really work with women in this, the way that I do this with my one-on-one clients is, so especially at this time, let me just share with you specifically at this time, the kind of thing that I'm supporting people in is actually doing these little pivots in their work, which ends up being something really beautiful comes out of that, which is actually all about shedding limitations. So everything that we thought, oh, like we couldn't do that because of this, or, you know, that path was like kind of blocked to me and I wasn't going down there and I thought I wanted to do this. Now all bets are off. This is the time to go all in. Like we are here and we are doing it. And people who didn't know that actually it could be this easy, it could be this quick. And I'm referring to maybe it's getting online, maybe it's designing a package that and selling it, designing and selling an offering, a real soulful, incredible like service that you're really good at. People who thought like there were barriers to that, all of a sudden those barriers are like get to be sliced through immediately. So again, really, really beautiful words. How do we not do that? Or how do we get into that? Someone just called me. Sorry, that was distracting.
You're fine. This is, you know, real time going down. This is how it goes.
Yeah, super, like exactly.
Can you hear me okay? My computer decided to start whirring, like the motor in it started going. So as long as you can still
something
hear
in
me.
the audio changed for me. But that just might have been mine right now. Let's just keep going. Can you hear me fine?
Yeah, I can hear you. So as long as you can hear me, then I'm not gonna worry about it.
Yeah, I think it's okay. One moment. Yeah, we're good. We're good. So here is how to immediately right now in this time on earth, very unique time on earth, what's happening actually is the feminine is really resurfacing. So what's happening? All the stock market's shut down. China has stopped production. The sky is blue again. You know, people are forced, quote unquote, to go into their homes, into this womb space, the home, the mother, the hearth. Like, what are you going to do at home? You're going to be with your family, relax, drop in, have your shit come up, move through it, hopefully. So this is a resurgence of the feminine experience. So business as usual, as it's been on the planet, done, over. like canceled.
Yeah,
Business of pushing and stock market, basically selling lives is over. There's a reassessment going on, and this is a giant, beautiful blooming of an opportunity for every single soulful human being to put their gifts massively online, like pun intended, I guess, like bring them forth and get them virtual, so that you get to be, if you choose to be, in some way, which is always a big way. There's no big or small. For me, it's like always big.
Like
Meaning
all
that no
in.
matter what
I'm always
do,
an all in kind of girl.
Yeah, well, it's all in, but it's also like, how fucking brave is it to like show up and do anything? It's fucking brave. Can we just honor that? It's really a big deal to even like, get out of bed in the morning and show up to this human experience, let alone like clear fears and design a package and a program and put it into the hands of other humans and show up and serve and be a leader. That's a really big fucking deal. Mm-hmm. So here are some practices that I'm using, that I'm sharing with clients to drop in and for a moment, and hopefully consistently and eventually maybe even permanently, unplug the root chakra from the collective shitstorm of fear that you can see on Facebook as you're scrolling social media, on the news cycles. This is already usually an experience for humanity that we're all kind of plugged in together with our root chakras, which are all about, wait, is this safe? Wait, am I going to be rejected? Wait, can I really, or should I just conserve energy and like hunker down and dim my light?
That's all that contraction. It's just we're pulling into ourselves. We're contracting because we don't know what's going on, right? Because there's so much unknown. So it's like, stay within that comfort zone, because you're just like, this is what I know and this is safe, especially in such an uncertain time.
Absolutely. Yeah. So immediately right now, like together with us right here, you who's watching, like right now, join us in this mini practice right here. This is actually something I drop into throughout my day. Check in with your root, with your yoni, your perineum, if you know where that is, in between the vagina and the anus, like the perineum. We're going there right now on this call.
No, I love it. It's good. I'm like, I don't know what that is. I know it's yoni,
but no, it's that spot between the opening of the vagina and the anus. Okay. Also, you could just check in with, like, so we're checking in with the root itself, and like, is it clenched up? Usually it is to some extent. So actually go ahead and relax it, like flower it open. Flower open, relax, see what's happening. Flowering.
Okay, not anymore now that I'm laughing, sorry.
Yeah. Like I still have a little bit of trouble hearing you, so I don't know, it's just not as loud as it was. I don't know if that's me or no.
I don't know. And I left my headphones downstairs, so
okay, that's fine.
On my part.
So tune in and just open up in this way, and then keep checking in this way throughout the day, especially when you find yourself, when you pop back into consciousness out of like any fear or worry cycle, tune in with the root and check in. Can you release it a little bit more? Now, a practice that's like second level to that I also like, I'm just going into these throughout the day. These are like my little touch points with consciousness, with my body, with coming into my body. Now check in with just in general, relax every single muscle you can relax. If it's safe for you, if you're able to. So like as many as you can while still sitting up. So for me, when I do this, I usually find that I've been holding a facial expression. I usually find that my tummy has been maybe not sucked in fully, but like constricted. So like opening the stomach, I might like drop the shoulders, my head might go into a different position, the jaw might release.
That's like where I find that I have clenched my jaw a lot, and I don't realize it until I'm like, go to move my mouth and I'm like, oh, it's sore. And it's because it was all the muscles here are all tensed and tightened up.
Yeah, exactly. Like good awareness. So sometimes when I realize that my mind is racing and I can't go to sleep as quickly as I'd like, I'll go to this practice. And I'll usually find that I'm holding muscles in my face and that I'm holding my body in certain ways. And if I just give that even a couple moments, and it'll be a different time frame for everybody. But as soon as I start paying attention to that and kind of just staying with it and finding more and more muscles to relax, it'll take me deeper into relaxation. So I'll do this throughout the day. I'll do this especially in the evening if I want to fall asleep faster.
Okay.
Is this landing?
I love that, except like that would be great if especially if I definitely had trouble falling asleep. I'm the kind of person that I lay down and within probably 5 minutes, I'm asleep. So because I've, growing up and through my life, it's when you go to bed, you lay down, you go to sleep. So like that's when the whole body relaxes. But I think being home, like I'm home during the day anyways because I work from home, but like I think checking in on myself as I'm doing stuff, because you get so caught up sitting at a computer, staring at the screen, and you're just doing all the things that you're supposed to be doing. You don't focus on like what your body's telling you. You're just like, I have to get this done. I have to get this done. And I think that's a great way, especially now that more people who are not used to working from home are, and especially if they are like co-working with their spouses, right? In the same place now. So it's like taking that time to just make sure that you're okay and checking in. And I love that so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are such great points and such great like moments of, when this is useful. So really, like personally, my whole approach to supporting conscious women and getting clear on their message, building out packages and offerings, launching those into the world, like those all sound great, but what I really find missing in general in business coaching and like what I integrate with my people and with myself are these body-based practices. First of all, there's so much wisdom housed in the body that even just this kind of relaxation practice, like it can absolutely shift you into a new realm of experiencing yourself and your environment. It can open up creative capacities. It can drop you out of fight or flight, which was, the solution was like hoard, constrict, be afraid, which is fine. And we sometimes go into that, that's okay. And how quickly we shift back into the higher levels of thinking, the prefrontal cortex, the higher capacities of our incredible brain, and how it affects our whole flow of biochemicals in our body. That is such a useful thing to have. Your body is completely on board with you. It is your partner for life. And it is absolutely there as you make these shifts to working from home, to like going, okay, what is it that I can do? Okay, how am I showing up to these ideas that I've crafted? Because we can craft an incredible idea for someone like, oh my gosh, that's your soul gift. There you go. Package it like this. Go, go, go. And they can be super inspired in that moment. And then the evening comes and then the next morning comes and it's like resistance and stagnation and all those super totally regular human stuff. So what do we do then? And what do we access and how do we move through it into our original higher level intentions? That is the goal.
Yeah. Well, and then it's also, I think part of that is to probably just taking the action. Like if somebody's taking the time to help you and they come up with an idea, especially in this time where we have to pivot and create new things and go different directions, and you get excited and you get energized about it. I think that if you don't take them, even if it's a small step, but some sort of action in doing whatever that thing is, you let it go, and then that's why nothing happens. That's when a lot of those blocks come up, is because you didn't take action on it, and when you were excited and energized to do it too. I've noticed that in myself too. If I'm like, I'm excited about this, and if I don't do it or write it down and start making the steps to make progress on it, then a lot of it just kind of ends up on the back burner, and then it doesn't get done at all. Or I just like, I'll save that for a rainy day.
Absolutely. Like I just got off a call with my mentor, Alex Moscow, really incredible coach. And at the end of this gorgeous call, he asked, and I'll pose this to all of us here to kind of keep in mind, it's what's the one action we can take over the next 24 hours to get this into reality? Not like, not executing the whole project over 24 hours, but like, what's the one step you can take over the next 24 hours, which I feel is like, yes, like, thank you for sharing that, Heather. Like, yeah, taking action, because yeah. And I feel, and why I share these body-based practices is because I feel that some people stay in non-action until like something clicks them out. So sometimes I'll get on a call with my clients who've been kind of like circling in, okay, well, like I want to do this, but, and I'm like, yo, like, woof, it is so much easier than that. Pop right through that. Here we go.
Yeah, just do it. I have a friend of mine. Basically, it's even if you're just doing the first couple steps, but her saying is done, not perfect. That way, you're like taking that action and that initiative and holding yourself accountable to at least get it out there and get started on it. So then you can do the tweaking and do the fine tuning to make it, to fit the vision that you have for this project. And I think that's also important too, is that it doesn't have that people sometimes get caught up on like the paralyzing of this has to be perfect before anybody in the public can see it. I think I lost Anna. There we go. Okay, she's back. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I apologize. My Wi-Fi's been doing that all day, so just
That's
hang
okay.
tight. I'll be
We're
back.
good. It's all part of the fun. But yeah, people get paralyzed, right? It has to be perfect before anybody can see this. It can't be imperfect because what will people think of me? And like that doesn't matter. It's just getting your idea out there so that people can see it and learn and pull it into their lives too.
That is super important today. Today, even more than ever, because things are changing day by day. People are getting new ideas day by day. And really the sooner that, like, so if you, the person watching this, if you've been contemplating, okay, what do I do now? Like, what do I do? So either you're designing a whole new business, either you're pivoting your message and your business. Yeah, like action, but not in that kind of like go kind of sense where we're coming back from. Is just in the sense that, I want to actually like just make that distinction between like go, like do it, in the sense that I just kind of put that forth. It's almost like steady action versus like
the turtle versus the hare, right? You're both going to get to that finish line, but you don't have to be the fastest person. It's not a race, right? It's just in your own time, but as long as you're still moving forward, right? And we lost her again. She'll be back. Give it a second, guys. Here we go. Yay!
Yeah. Welcome to working from home.
It happens, right? Perks, or sort of perks. Awesome. Well, I love that. So, what kind of ideas do you have for somebody to, if they have like all these ideas swirling in their head and they're just like, I have all these ideas and I literally don't know like where to start or how to pick them out. What would you recommend? Maybe a couple steps to help like maybe organize these thoughts and figure out what they want to do.
Yeah, it's so interesting because to be honest, like when there's so much swirling, we can take some personal actions like drop into your mindfulness practice, whatever it is. And from that point of steadiness, see what comes up as the right action to take so that it's not coming from like a flustered nervous system. It's coming from a coherent heart and nervous system space. And to be honest, the second thing is ask for reflection and guidance. Ask for someone who's been where you want to go to reflect with you. So I know that right now is a time where a lot of people are being a lot more open and supportive and communicative and generous with their time and their resources. So find someone who you resonate with to give you a couple minutes of support on this. It can save you days, if not weeks, in taking some coherent steps forward.
Oh, I love that so much. I love that. And then that's helpful because then it's like they have been there and you're not sitting there spinning your wheels attempting to get moving when you could just kind of like bounce all of this off somebody else, and then they can be like, well, I tried this is how it it kind of worked out for me, and just kind of give them an idea of like which direction to go. No, she's frozen. She's unfrozen. Like Elsa and Anna or something. And now we can't hear her. You guys, this is
okay,
what being an entrepreneur is all about sometimes is failure with technology, and it is what it is.
I feel like it's a divine sign to kind of like close the portal and if you'd like, I can kind of share some of the resources that I volunteered to give here, because
Yeah.
another one just came through actually. I know that before we started recording, I was saying like, hey, I'm getting a hit on this, but I have like 2 actually that I'd like to offer.
Perfect. Tell us about them. And then if you are interested, I will drop a link in the comments for you guys to go check them out. You'll be able to download them and use them as you need. It's totally free. There's no opt-in. There's nothing. This is for you to utilize and help you get through this time. So if it feels right for you, definitely take a look and check it out.
Yeah, for sure. So my first resource that I want to offer you for these kind of embodiment practices to drop into the heart, open up the creativity specific to women, is a breast massage practice. This is, I think it's maybe like almost a full hour-long training where I share practices to open the heart and to actually navigate interacting with this part of our body. So this is something that my community really, really loved, continues to utilize, and I keep getting messages from people about like how that's supporting their experience with being in their body, opening up their heart, tapping into creativity. It's a really fun little training. And the second thing I do want to offer is for those people who are swirling in ideas, but they know they have something good that they're like ready to give the world. They just need that final little tweak and reflection. I will actually offer like my time, like 25-minute calls. I've been doing this with my community, like totally just like a generosity call. I'm just there to support and reflect and help you move to that next step. So I'll share a link with you all and just open up my calendar for a select number of these spaces, specifically for those people who are like, I'm ready, I'm just like, something's not clicking, and like we can do that together. And I'll use my intuitive and energy healing abilities to help you connect with your truth and your essence in that way, and just like pop you forward in whatever way we can.
Oh, I love that so much. I'm excited. Can I sign up?
Yes, totally.
Yeah, let's do it. I think it'll be excellent. So if you guys go check this stuff out and you come back and tell us like how that helped you and what that's, help you move through this stuff, with things that you're trying to do and moving through this time where, there's a lot of uncertainty. And especially if that training, the massage training, helps you kind of open up and feel more in flow with things and just feeling better all around. Would love to hear feedback about that. And if you guys have any questions for Anna, please drop them in the comments. I'm sure she'll circle back around and make sure that she can answer them for you. But thank you so much for being on here. And I'm so excited that you did this. I'm super thankful. I know that I threw this together like super last minute, but I just felt like this was the time to do this, because it's always been on my list of things to do, is to have a virtual summit. But it was like, never it was the right time to do it, and it didn't feel right, and like I didn't know how I was going to do it and all of these things. So I'm like, this is such a reflection of what we've been saying, and like this is such proof that you walk your talk. Like we just said, like all the limitations are gone. Whatever you thought you were going to put out, you're putting it out now. I'm so happy you did. And what's that sentence that you just shared of like better done than perfect? Like and take action. You're doing exactly what you said. You're totally modeling it. Thank you. I try to be a model of what I do as I say and do kind of situation. I try to also act on that. But I'm really glad that we were able to do this. And I am so thankful that you had some time to hop on here with me to record this. I super appreciate you.
Thank you so much for this invitation. It's been such an honor.
Of course.